Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم أخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمنا بنور الفهم وافتح علينا بمعرفة العلم وسهل أخلاقنا بالحلم واجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك ولا تجعل فيها حظا لغيرك. وصل اللهم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How's everyone today? Alhamdulillah. We continue with Sarf bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and we will do so as we always do, with some revision. But before we get into that revision, just to recap quickly, what are the concepts that we've learned? We've had 6 lessons so far, right? The first one is almost like a spick and bunches lesson, right? But alhamdulillah, all of them were important. First one was an orientation in relation to the subject, and then we had 5 lessons in which we each learnt or solidified a specific concept, right? Let's just run through that, and then we'll recap them in terms of concepts. We'll say all of the scales, and then we'll get into today's lesson. Did you guys download that dictionary app? Right, good. Those who don't, inshallah, we can share for now, but it will be important for you to get that for yourself in due time, inshallah. Right. So, yeah. What are the concepts? What are the order of concepts that we learned? In the first 2 weeks, we learned the first scale, right? What scale was that? The fa'ala scale, right? In terms of what the content was, it was the past tense scale, right? What do we call it? Al-fi'alul madi. Al-fi'alul madi. It told us about a verb coupled with the person doing that action and its tense, right? It was a thing done in the past. We learnt how to change who was doing the action. By that scale, what the scale actually taught us was a scale of changes that changes who actually does the action, right? By changing the ending. So we had fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alna, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altunna, fa'altu, fa'alna. All of those changes to the ending of the verb, and all that it changed was who did the action. In the next lesson we had on week 3, we learnt what? How to change the action itself. Not change who's doing the action, how to change the action itself. And how did we change the action? By changing the root letters, right? Good. So, and then on the 4th week, we learnt one new thing, which was very small. And what was that? That we have our scale, but there's an additional thing in the scale that can change, but that change is still somewhat mysterious to us, right? And that change is that the second root letter, the ayn kalima, fa'ala, can sometimes have a kasra and it can sometimes have a dhamma also. It's not always a fatha, like we had sami'a and karuma. That we learnt on week number 5. 4. That was week number 4. Right. Then in week number 5, what did we learn? We already learnt how to change who's doing the action. We learnt how to change the action being done. Then we learnt how to change when the action was done. Right? We learnt how to change when the action was done, the tense. So we move from the past tense to the present tense. And how do we change that? Well, we learnt a whole new scale. Right? That in addition to changing when the action was done, we also learnt how to change who was doing the action on that scale. Right? By learning the whole present tense scale. What do we call that in Arabic? Al-fi'alul mudari'. Right? So how did that scale go? Yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, يفعلنا تفعلوا تفعلون تفعلين تفعلنا أفعلوا نفعلوا. And then last week, which is the 6th lesson that we had thus far, we learnt on that present tense scale how to change the action, and also that the same thing that applied to the past tense verb also applied to that one, in that the second root letter, or the ayn kalima, can sometimes have a fatha, sometimes have a dhamma, sometimes have a kasra. Right? Like we could have, like in terms of fa'ala, we could have sami'a and karuma. In the present tense, yaf'alu, we could also sometimes have yadribu or yansuru. Yadribu or yansuru. So that middle root letter can sometimes have a fatha, sometimes have a kasra, sometimes have a dhamma. And there were lots of questions about how do we know what it must be, both for the past tense, and how do we know what it must be for the present tense. That's what we're going to learn about today in our dictionary work, inshallah. So before we get into that, let's do it old school. Fa'ala, say it for me. Fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alna, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altunna, fa'altu, fa'alna. Next one. To open, everybody go for it. Bismillah. Fataha, fatahu, fatahat, fatahna, fatahta, fatahtum, fatahti, fatahtunna, fatahtu, fatahna. To hit, daraba. Darabtum, darabti, darabtunna, darabtu, darabna. To help, nasara, nasara, nasarat, nasarna, nasarta, nasartum, nasarti, nasartunna, nasartu, nasarna. To hear, sami'at, sami'na, sami'ta, sami'tum, sami'ti, sami'tunna, sami'tu, sami'na. To think, hasiba, everybody. Hasibat, hasibna, hasibta, hasibtum, hasibti, hasibtunna, hasibtu, hasibna. Last one, karuma, karuma, karumu, karumat, karumna, karumta, karumtum, karumti, karumtunna, karumtu, karumna. Right, then we moved on to the present tense verb. Everybody says for me, al-fi'lul mudari'. Al-fi'lul mudari', we say that's the present tense verb, right? And then now all of the scales will enter over here. The yaf'alu scale firstly. Everybody say it on for me. Bismillah. Now, I want to hear that you know it, please. Let's wake it up here. Everybody, Bismillah. Yaf'alu. Yaf'alu. Taf'alu. Yaf'alna. Taf'alu. Taf'aluna. Taf'alina. Taf'alna. Af'alu. Naf'alu. Right. And then we can put all of those other forms that we learned, all of those other root letters, we can stick it in here as well. So, to hear. Yasma'u. يسمعون تسمع يسمعنا تسمع تسمعون تسمعين تسمعن أسمع نسمع. To open, يفتح يفتحون تفتح يفتحن تفتح تفتحون تفتحين تفتحن أفتح نفتح. Okay, right, ladies, say this one for me. يضرب تضرب تضربون تضربين تضربن أضرب نضرب. Come guys, show me what you can do. نصر ينصر, to help. ينصر أنصر ننصر. Right, last two. حسب يحسب. Everybody. يحسب يحسبون تحسب يحسبن تحسب تحسبون تحسبين تحسبن أحسب نحسب. And the last one, كرم يكرم يكرم يكرمون تكرم يكرمن تكرم تكرمون تكرمين تكرمن أكرم نكرم. Right, so again, in terms of memorization of these scales, learning these scales, you only really need to know the fa'ala and yaf'alu scale, the rest should fall in place. But please do still memorize them, right? If you haven't yet, please do put effort into doing that via repetition, not like some rocket science method. Just memorize the thing. It's 20 words, right? And when you memorize them, pay attention to the names or the endings of the words. If ever you hear a word ending with taku, or like sounding present tense, and it's taf'alina, you can hear that ina in there. Without even paying attention to the root letters, you must already know it's you, one female, are doing something. Whatever that thing is, it depends whether I know the root letters or not. As soon as I hear something starting with a ta and ending with a short noon, taf'alna, I must know that it's you, many females, are doing something. If I hear something that sounds like yansurna, yaf'alna, yakrumna, I must know that it's they, many females, are doing something. If I hear fa'altum, I must know it's you, many males. If I hear fa'altunna, I must know it's you, many females. If I hear whatever, af'alu, I must know that it's I am doing something, as opposed to having done it in the past. So just pay attention to those forms, and that was the whole purpose of giving you those worksheets with the stuff mixed up, so that you can actually pay attention to those forms, and that must be entrenched in your mind, inshallah. But now the question is this. Firstly, before we move on, any questions? Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Or you don't have to hold it forever, you can send us a message, but right, okay. I'm going to check some on the board. You tell me what they are. Tasma'ina. You, one female. Tasma'ina. I just told you now, whenever you hear ina, you must know it's you, one female. Tasma'ina. You, one female. What's it? Oh, hearing, right? Present tense. Darabat. She. What did she do? She hit, right? Ahsibu. I. What's it? Not past tense. I am thinking, right? Tansuruna. You, many males, are helping, right? Karumtunna. Tunna. Not they. You, many females, were generous. Past tense, right? Naf'alu. We, present tense, right? We are fa'ala, to do. We are doing, right? Okay, I'm going to skip this, enough of that. So now we have the question still. The question that many people were asking last week. We had a number of verbs. We had fa'ala, we had daraba, we had fataha, we had sami'a, we had nasara, we had karuma, we had hasiba. And so we formed this form of the verb, right? We said that's our template. Fa, ayn with something on it, la. But now I give you a new word. You never come across this word before. How are you going to say that one? Okay, if nothing else, you can see that people are taking shots in the dark. Some people may have come across the word in the Quran, and so they know it's فَفَزِعَ مِنْهُمْ فَفَزِعَ. But others, we're guessing. And it really, that can't be the way we work it out. I at least know I have a fa. Za is the one that I'm shaky about, and I know there must be a at the end. Is it faza'a, fazi'a, fazu'a? Which one is it? Right. Similarly, I give you another one. How do I say this? What's it going to be? Let me hear loud. What I know is that word in the context that we're speaking is not ba'da. Because there is such a word that you will come across very often. But what do you think it means? What do you know about how the word is formed? I know the ba is going to have a fatha, right? Ba. And I know the dal is going to have a fatha. The ayn is the one that I'm not too sure about. The ayn is the one that I'm not too sure about. So the question for now is, how am I going to find out? How am I going to find out? Similarly, we had the same thing in the present tense. I had yaf'alu, yadribu, yaftahu, yasma'u, yansuru, yakrumu, yahsibu. And so we could fashion ourselves that template. Yaf, and there's a lu at the end, but the ayn I'm not too sure. Is it a'i'u? Which one is it? And so I can give you a word here as well. You know some part of that. What do you know there? You know it's going to be what? The beginning is going to be yas, and the end is going to be ru. So what's it going to be? Yasbaru, yasburu, yasbiru? Which one is it? Some people are saying yasbiru. Some people, I didn't hear anybody say anything else. Okay, let's not go there. I put that order wrong. Anyways, similarly, if I had given you the word ba'adani, I know something at least. It's going to be yab, and there's going to be a du. Is it yab'adu, yab'idu, yab'udu? Which one is it? The question is, how do we find out? How do we find out? And what did I tell you guys last week? For now, we are going to find out using our dictionaries. Right? We are going to find out using our dictionaries. So this is where I need you to whip out your dictionaries. A physical one, you can have it on your phone, or if you want, you can access it online. Trying to get to a website here. Okay, if you type in, if you haven't downloaded it, right, and you want to access it online for now, you can just type in this website, ijtal, EJTAAL, EJTAAL.net, NET /AA, EJTAAL.net /AA. So if you go to that website, a Hans Wehr dictionary should show up on your phone. Right. Okay. So once you have it, we can start moving, inshallah. Now you don't have to look in your dictionary yet. We're going to get to taking it, we're going to get to actually working with it in a moment. The first thing we need to know about the dictionaries is, the first thing we need to know, your dictionary, your Arabic dictionary, specifically the one that we're working with here, the Hans Wehr dictionary, is arranged according to, how's it arranged? How do you think it's arranged? It's arranged according to root letters. It's arranged according to root letters. Did you learn about root letters in Nahu? You didn't learn about it in Nahu yet? No, okay, that's fine. But I'm going to give you an example. Just intuitively now, you'll learn it formally. But say, for example, you want to find the word. In Sarf, we've only been working with verbs, right? Only been working with verbs. I just told you now that a dictionary is arranged according to root letters. And how many root letters does a word usually have? 3, right? Okay. So tell me, if you want to find the word kitabun, under what letters are you going to look? Kaf. And what's the next root letter, do you think? Taf, kitabun. Which one do you think is the root letter, the alif or the ba? The ba. So kaf, ta, ba. Those are going to be my root letters. So when you want to find an Arabic word, you don't look for the exact letters that you see. For example, if I see the word yadribu, I don't go look at ya. That, a normal dictionary, you just take all of the letters and look according to all of those letters, right? For us in Arabic, we're not going to, if I give you the word yadribu, you're not going to go look for ya. What are you going to look for? Tad, ra, ba. And you'll find it over there. But if you go look for ya, dad, you're not going to find it there. Right? So, first thing is that the dictionary is arranged according to. Where am I now? Yeah, it's arranged according to root letters. That means, that, for example, I use yadribu in my example. The word yaftahu will be found under what letters? Fa, ta, ha. Not under ya, ta, fa. No. Fa, ta, ha. So you're always going to look at root letters. And then secondly, they're placed in alphabetical order. Or the roots are placed in alphabetical order, I should rather say. But now to know how to look for it still, if you're using a physical dictionary, you need to know what the order of the letters are. You need to know what the order of the Arabic letters are in this case. So here I've placed it up on the board for you. So what's that there? What's that there? That first letter? So that's not actually an alif. The name of that letter is Hamza. Right, it's Hamza. It's only an alif if it's a pulling sound. Like in the word kitabun. That's kaf, ta, alif, ba. But when it's actually a ah sound, like akala, you call it a Hamza. Right, so that's Hamza. Next one, ba. Next one, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, ذال را ذا سين شين صاد ضاد طا ظا عين غين فا قاف كاف لام ميم نون. So now most of you guys learned what? Mim, noon, wow, ha, hamza, yeah, something, I don't know what goes on the tin. But anyways, this is the order that you're going to find in your dictionary. Mim, noon, ha, wow, and then, yeah. So that's the order of the dictionary, right? The order of the letters in the dictionary, right? So that's the second thing we need to get down. Then now we're going to go to how do we look for something in the dictionary. First two things we need to know: words are arranged according to root letters. Second thing is, what are the order of those root letters? That's the order of the root letters over there. If you're using a phone or something that's not so important because you're just going to type in the letters that you want. Anyways, right? But now how to actually find what you're looking for in the dictionary. Specifically, I'm not going to focus on nouns. How do you just find verbs in the dictionary? I'm not going to focus on nouns. We're just going to focus on verbs, right? So how do you find the verbs? First thing you must do is you must know the root letters of that verb. Because words are arranged according to root letters, so you must find out what the root letters of the verb are. The second thing is, you must find the word in the dictionary. You must find, rather than saying you must find the word in the dictionary, you must find that set of root letters, that combination of root letters in the dictionary. The third thing you must know is that the first word with a set of root letters, that will be the verb. Like if you look at fa'ala, what's the root letters? Fa, ayn, lam. If you go to a dictionary and you find fa, ayn, lam, that word is going to be the verb, the first one. Now, why I say that is there may be an example because what did I tell you? We don't actually write harakat and stuff. When you write Arabic, you don't write harakat. You're not going to look in the dictionary and there's going to be a fa with a a and a ayn with a a and a lam with a a. No. It's just going to be fa, ayn, lam. So two words may be written the same. Like for example, kataba and kutubun. They're going to look exactly the same because it's kataba. It's a kaf with a fatha, ta with a fatha, ba with a fatha. And kutubun is going to be what? Kaf with a dhamma, ta with a dhamma, and ba with a dhammatain. Kutubun. But if you take away the harakat, one is just going to be kaf ta ba, and the other one is also just going to be kaf ta ba. So you must know that the first word with a set of root letters, or just a set of root letters, the first word place that it appears, that's going to be the verb. And then, like I told you, there's no harakat. So what you do? After the verb, we'll have a transliteration of that verb. What do I mean a transliteration? Not the meaning. That word is going to be spelled out with Roman letters. For example, kataba will be K-A-T-A-B-A. Kataba. Or for example, sami'a will be S-A-M-I. And then a thingy apostrophe for a ain, and then an A, for example. And then you check next to it, right next to that transliteration, you are going to have a letter, either A, or I, or U. And that A, I, or U tells you what the middle haraka must be on the present tense. So for example, since is spelled out, then the present tense, we just have a I, or U that tell you whether the middle haraka must be either a for I for I, or U for, or U stands for U, basically. Okay, that's in theory. Let's look at an example. Just a note here, one word can have more than one middle vowel and can have many meanings. Let's just look at an example. Find it for me in your dictionaries. Find it for me in your dictionaries. If you don't, listen up, if you don't have an Arabic keyboard installed, then the side you write as a capital S. So you write capital S, BR. Right, you guys following? Does anybody need help, Masai? You finding it? Capital S, BR. I was using a physical dictionary. You found it? Okay, so now where's the first place that it appears? See, this is all Saad, Baha, first one. Right. Tell me what page is that on? Got it. Tell me when you can start unpacking it. On the Arabic Almanac app, it's on page number, or the Hanswehr app, it's on page 585. 585 in the physical book as well. Okay, got it. Who needs help finding it?
So I downloaded the Arabic keyboard also, but if I go...
Okay, but first is typing other stuff. Yes? Oh, what's going on here?
Okay, let me change it back to normal.
Oh, no. You see what you must do here is, you must have this Arabic to Arabic. So now,
Oh, okay, I see.
yes? Sad, Ba, Ra.
Obviously with the Arabic to Arabic. Okay.
And then there, the first place where it appears is there.
Okay.
Listen, those who don't have a dictionary or don't have the app with somebody, share with somebody, please. I do have the example on the board, but you can share just so that everybody's part of the experience of learning. Right? So we got it now. So what you should be seeing in your dictionary is, if you're looking on the app, it's on the bottom left-hand side of the page, right? You should be seeing this. Is everybody looking at that in the dictionaries? Yes. Right. So what do I have here? I first just have the letters. Sad, Ba, Ra. No harakat. I told you there's not going to be any harakat, right? Right. But what also did I tell you? The first appearance of that set of root letters is going to be your verb. That's the general rule. Right. When you see a 1 here, that just means that this set of root letters is going to appear again afterwards, with a completely different meaning or something like that. But don't worry about that for now. So we just see the letters. But what did I tell you? The past tense form of the verb is going to be spelled out for you, isn't it? So there, right next to it, it's spelled out. You see that? S with a dot at the bottom. A normal S is a sin. Right? When you want to have a sad, write it as S with a dot at the bottom. So we have sad, and then A. So what's it mean? That's a sad with a fatha. Sa. And then B with a fatha is Ba. So we have Sa, Ba, Ra. So tell me, on the past tense, what's the middle haraka going to be of Sabara? I'm saying it right, Sabara. But how do you think you're going to say the present tense? Sabara, yes. Look, what did I say you must look at? Look at the A, I or U next to it. So what's the we have here? I. So what do you think it's going to be? I for E. So Sabara, yes. Biru. You see now how to find it? Sabara, the past tense is spelled out, and then this tells me the middle haraka on the present tense. So it's yes, biru. Sabara, yes, biru. Sabara, yes, biru. So that's just how we just telling us the form of the word. But you also need to have the ability to explore what words mean. Right? So after you have that, you have the past tense spelled out, the middle haraka of the present tense told to you there, you're going to have a word in brackets. That word is not a verb, that's a noun. But it's what we would call like the root word, where there are root letters, right? Where the root letters, this is what we'd call like a root word. It's from this noun that the verb actually gets its meaning. Right? It's from this word. We call it a masdar. In Arabic it's called a masdar. Sadara means to emit from something. So this is the place from which the meaning pours into the word. So what do we have over here? Say that word for me. Sabrun. Sabr. It's actually, but we know in all nouns they either have if they don't have a al at the beginning, they're going to have a tanween at the end. Well, not all, most of them. Right? If they don't have a al at the beginning, they're going to have a, isn't it so? It's either al baytu or baytun. So here, this one is going to be sabrun. Sabrun. Okay. What did I say that word in the brackets is? It's a root word, it's a noun. If you want to know the meaning of a verb for now, you can just overlook it. But look right next to that. That tells you the meaning of sabara. Sabara means to bind, to tie, to fetter, to shackle someone, to be patient, to be forbearing, to have patience, to take patience, to persevere, to be calmly, to be patiently, to be stoutly, to endure something, to refrain. And it can be a whole lot of different meanings for a single word. Thus far, I've been telling you nicely, okay, Sami'a means to hear, Daraba means to hit. But if you actually go look in the dictionary, you're going to find a whole list like this. A whole lot of potential meanings for that one word. Don't worry about it. For now, we just take the first one. But sabara, let's take patience, because I know everybody knows patience in relation to sabr. Right? So let's take to be patient. So if I ask you, what does sabara mean? What you going to say? Sabara, the full meaning of sabara. Sabara, he was patient. And then I can form a whole scale from here. Sabara, sabaru, sabarat, sabarna, sabarta, sabartum, sabarti, sabartunna, sabartu, sabarna. Right? And then I can go to the present tense. How do I say the present tense? Sabara, yasbiru. Yasbiru means what? He is being patient. And I can form a whole scale from there as well. Yasbiru, yasbiruna, tasbiru, yasbirna, tasbiru, tasbiruna, tasbirina, tasbirna, asbiru, nasbiru. I can form a whole scale from there. And what does it mean? To be patient. So in the dictionary, you're not going to find the full meaning. You're not going to find sabara, he was being patient. No, you're just going to find the meaning of the root letters. The stuff related to the scale, you must already know. Right? That it's past tense, that it's one he, one male, whatever. That stuff that comes from the actual form of the scale, you must know. The only thing you're going to find in the dictionary is the meaning of the root letters. Right? Understand? Any questions over there? Now we're not reading yet the whole dictionary entry here. Number one, we didn't even look at nouns. Because if you actually just look in your dictionary and you go down there, number one, you're going to get to a point after reading this whole list of meanings that sabara can have, you're going to. You see that? If you just look on the second last line on the bottom left hand side of that page on your dictionary, you come to that two. You see that two there? You see it? Now for now, we haven't yet, it will be impossible for me to explain to you what that two means. But as we continue with our sarf bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, then you will understand that this is a different verb form. In fact, just by having that word two there, it tells me a whole new word, sabbara. Yusabbiru. But that's a verb form that we haven't learnt yet. So don't worry about it. So when we're looking at verbs now, we only look up until that two, stop over there. Right? Stop over there. And inshallah we're going to learn further from there. Right? And if you carry on, you'll see, now on the top right hand side corner, you'll see a 3, and then we have a 8. And this 8 is equal to number 5. Or sorry, we first have 5 over here, and 8 is equal to 5. All of that will come in due time. But for now, what we're focusing on is just from the beginning up until the 2. And that's all verbs still. We didn't even move on to nouns. If you look after that, you'll see the word sad, ba, ra again. You see that? So hard to do this, man. Where we at? You guys were looking over there initially, right? Sabara. There's the 2 in the dictionary. And if you go up to the other side, carry on, that's still the dictionary entry until we get there. You see the root letters again? Sad, ba, ra. No harakat. I told you, you're not going to find harakat in here. But now, the word is spelled out for me next to. What is this here? Sabr. Sabrun, that's a noun. Only the first one is my verb. Only the whole first thing is going to deal with all the verbs. After that, it's just going to be nouns. It's just going to be asma. So this one is sabr, and that's going to give me a noun, and etc. It will go on. All different nouns that get derived from here. Sabir, sabra, or sabirun. First, see here, sabir means aloe, subra, hipal. I'm not even bothered with the nouns now. Right, okay. Move on to the next one. The other word we had on our page was ba-ain dal. We want to know how do we say it. So type that in your dictionaries. If you want, I'm going to rather pull it up on here. How am I going to search for it? I'm going to type B. How do you think ayn is? If you don't have an Arabic dictionary. Ayn is a 3. And D. And then you should get something like this coming up. And then I look for the first place where those roots appear, those root letters appear. See, here's Bi'ain, Ba'ain, Tha. Not there. Okay, here's it on the left hand side. Ba, Ain, Dal. Those who are looking in a physical dictionary should be on page number 80. Right. So for this one, tell me now, how do you think we're going to say the past tense here? What's the harakah in the middle letter of the past tense? Read. What does it say there? Pa. And then what do we have there? O and da. Pa, O, da. So what's the harakah in the middle letter of the past tense? Al-Dhamma. Pa, O, da. Right. And the present tense? What's next to ba'uda written out there? Isn't there a U there? So what does that tell me? The present tense is going to be yab, yufu, u. Ba, it's ba'uda, yab, udu. Yab'udu. Ba'uda yab'udu. Right. And then I have a word in brackets written out there. But what did I tell you? That's a noun, right? It's the root word, but it's a noun. So move past that. What does it mean? It means to be distant, to be far away, to be far off, to be away, etc., etc., right? We only care up until here. For now, up until that we see the number 2. So if I just say the full word, ba'uda, what's the full meaning of ba'uda? He was distant, or he was far away. And then I can make a whole scale from that. Ba'uda, ba'udu, ba'udat, ba'udna, ba'udta, ba'udtum, ba'udti, ba'udtunna, ba'udtu, ba'udna. And I can make a present tense from it as well, because I have that you there, which tells me the present tense is what? Yab'udu. So I can make a scale from that. Say the scale for me. Yab'udu, yab'uduna. Tab'udu, yab'udna. Tab'udu, tab'uduna. Tab'udina, tab'udna. Ab'udu, nab'udu. Got it? Good, mashallah. Okay, now first time, are there any questions? Right. Remember the beginning and the end always stay the same. Right. Now, how does the present tense scale sound? Fa'ala yaf'alu. Only the middle one changes. The beginning and the end all stay the same. Right? Yab'udu on the yaf'alu scale. Any other questions? Yaf'alu, only the middle letter can change. So it's yab'udu. Right. No other questions. So if I give you any root letters now, you should be able to find out for me how to say the past tense, how to say the present tense. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, this was like a tricky one. I just wanted to show you. Look in your dictionary for khalaqa or khaliqa, whatever. And how's you gonna? Kha, lam, qaf. How are you going to spell it? In English? If you have the Arabic letters, you can use the Arabic letters. But if you don't, how are you going to find it? KH for kha, L for lam, and Q for qaf. KH, L, Q. Put it in the dictionary so that you can see me also do it. I go look for the first word without the root. There I find it. Right. But now tell me, what you read? What you read? Kha. You can see it's being written as a K with a line at the bottom, right? But the Arabic letter is written there. So it's Kha, La, Qa. Kha, La, Qa. And how the present tense sound? There's a U there next to it. So what's it going to be? Yakh, Yuluqu. Khalaqa, yakhluqu. Right. And then the word in the brackets, we don't worry about that for now, means it's khalqun, it's the root word. So what does khalaqa mean? To create, to make, to originate, to shape, to form, blah, blah, blah. Where did I say, where do we care up until, for now? We care up until the 2, or any other number for that matter. What do we have here? The 2's over here. But before that, let's read this whole entry. Read it for me. Khalaqa, yakhluqu, khalqun. To create, to make, to originate. That STH means something. To originate something, to shape, to form, to mold something. Oh my God, what's happening here now? Now we have the word being spelled out again. Right. So listen to me now carefully. What did I say? One set of root letters may have a number of different ways to say it. Both the past tense and the present tense. And it may have a number of different meanings. So now the dictionary, what the dictionary is showing me is that you can say this verb as khalaqa yakhluqu, and then it will have all of these meanings. But you can also say it as khaliqa yakhlaqu. But if you say khaliqa yakhlaqu, it means to have these meanings here: to be old, to be worn out, to be shabby. And then it says, whoa, you can even say it a different way. You can say khaluqa yakhluqu. And if you say khaluqa yakhluqu, then it means to be fit, to be suitable, or to be suited. So this one word, this one set of root letters, if you say khalaqa yakhluqu, it has one set of meanings. If you say khaliqa yakhlaqu, it has another set of meanings. If you say khaluqa yakhluqu, it has a different set of meanings. Question? Right. So here you can say it khaliqa yakhlaqu, and you can say it khaluqa yakhluqu, and here's another one, khaluqa yakhluqu. You see there? Khaliqa yakhlaqu and khaluqa yakhluqu, to be old, worn, shabby. And then the next one just says khaluqa yakhluqu, to be fit, suitable, or suited. Eesh, man. So all that they're telling you is that a certain way of saying the word has this, if I use khaluqa yakhluqu, Or if I want to have the meaning to be fit, suitable, or suited, I have to say khaluqa yakhluqu. If I want it to mean to be old or worn out, I can say khaliqa yakhlaqu or khaluqa yakhluqu. And if I wanted to have the connotations of to create, I must only say khalaqa yakhluqu. Okay, don't get confused about that now. I know it can be confusing. All that I'm telling you is this. One set of root letters can have a number of different meanings. Completely distinct meanings. But oftentimes it will be that you have to say that root in a certain way. So that haraka, before it might have seemed like, okay, I can just put a a, e, u there, doesn't matter. But now you can see, if I put a khalaqa, then it means to create. If I put khaliqa, it means to be worn out. It's completely different. It's like the opposite. The one is to like come into creation. The other one is to be old and be going out of it. So it's not just like a random thing. You can just decide to pick. Okay, today I want to say e there instead of a u. No, it can change the meaning. It can change the meaning vastly. So what you need to do, you need to actually go check in your dictionary what the words mean. But another beautiful thing, why I actually wanted to teach you how to use the dictionary, because I actually could have just told you all of the words that we need to know. I could have done that. But why I wanted to show you how to use the dictionary is because you can now see all of the imagery that gets attached to a single root. Now, and you'll see inshallah when we get to the Quran, when we come across the word khalaqallah, you may perhaps be able to see not just Allah created, you'll be able to see a depth of meaning in that. Allah is always creating anew. As things become old, Allah creates newness in it, etc. Like, you'll be able to see not just what the translation gives you. Otherwise you could have sat at home and read Muhammad Ali or whatever, Sahih International Translation. That's not what we want to learn. We come here, we want to understand the Quran, not just be able to translate it. That's the first step, but to deeper things. Right? But for now, what we'll do is when I give you an example, I just want you to tell me the first way. If I give you a homework sheet, for example, I gave you a dictionary homework sheet. For example, if the word khalaqa is on here, all that I want you to tell me is, write on there, khalaqa yakhluqu, write out the Arabic, you can put the harakat on, and then one meaning, just to create, finished. That's all. Right. Okay. So now you can see, for example, what all of these words would have had in our dictionary. We know these words already. Daraba, but if you look by daraba, you will have an e next to it. I rather. If you look by fataha, it will have an a. If you look by sami'a, it will have a next to it. Why? Because it's yasma'u in the present tense. If you look by nasara, it will have a you, yansuru. If you look by hasiba, it will have a I. It will have a you, it's yak, rumu. You can check that up in the dictionary if you want to. But like I said, most people, we live in a fast-paced world. You just want to take everything that comes to you easily. But if you actually use a dictionary, I can almost guarantee you'll have a greater appreciation of the Arabic language. You have a much deeper appreciation of the Arabic language, because you'll get to see all of the connotations of a root. Right? You'll get to know all of the imagery attached to that root word. So don't play around with the dictionary, inshallah. Let it be something enjoyable and the experience of learning. So our time is actually up now. Right? But what I want you to do for homework is this. You have this dictionary worksheet, right? I want you to find all of these words in the dictionary. Here is ha, da, ra. You must tell me, fill in the harakat. So if it's haldira, to put a fatha, kasra, fatha. Or if it's hadara, then I want you to put a fatha, fatha, fatha. And in your dictionary, you're going to see a I, or U. That's going to tell you how to say the present tense. I want you to write that word out next to it for me in full. Like you have the example here. Hamala, yahmilu. So you're going to do the same. Hadara, yahduru. And then the meaning. Now don't give me the whole dictionary, please. Just one. Right? You can choose one that you like, or you can choose the first one. And the page number is not so important, but you can put it there if you want to. Back when we first made this thing, we weren't using apps or websites to find the words. We were actually using physical dictionaries. Actually, what I remember, I'm going to say the girls used to do it, but yeah. They would take they have a physical dictionary, sometimes reading from an actual book. Aids retention, I read a study on that once. That reading from a physical page aids retention of information because of the flickering in the blue light in screens, agitating one's mind or something like that. Well, I can't remember exactly what it said, but I just remember reading from paper aided retention. So to speed up your process of looking for words in the dictionary, you can get those book tags, and you just write the letter on the end. So where alif starts, or where hamza starts, you put one of those tags on the side of your book so you can go to it easily. You know what I mean? Oh, there's one there. Can I show them? Like this, you see. Some tags here, so if you want to go to hamza quickly, you can do that. Should help you out. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I never had the diligence to do this kind of thing, but mashallah, it will help you. So that's it for now. Homework, find these words for me. We'll look at it again next week, inshallah, do some revision, and then we'll move on from there. Any questions before I leave? Alright, then we're in there for now. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.